They're scared of Peter Obi because Peter Obi dealt with them 2023.
In Nigeria, power is usually a loud game. You see it in the long convoys. You see it in the huge mansions and the way politicians talk down to the people. But right now, there is a strange silence in the corridors of power.
And tell them enough is enough.
If you look closely at the faces of the old political class, you won't see laughter. You will see a very specific kind of fear. They are not afraid because Peter Obi has an army. He doesn't. They are not afraid because he has more money than the state. He doesn't. They are afraid because he represents the end of a system that has fed them for 60 years.
You come to believe with me that there's no point for this unnecessary political defection.
For decades, the rule has been simple. Share the money and we will protect you. But then, a man came along who refused to share the money. By the end of this video, you will understand why they are so scared of him. But before then, like and subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Then say we don't have structures. That is the structure we're trying to destroy. Structure of criminality.
Now let's go back to the year 2006. When Peter Obi became the governor of Anambra State in 2006, the state was in ruins. Schools were closed for nearly a year. The water board was not working. The roads were bad, but the politicians were still getting paid. The first thing he did was look at the books. He found out that the state was losing massive amounts of money to ghost workers and political godfathers. He did something that no other governor dared to do. He stopped the payments. He said the money belonged to the people, not the stakeholders. The politicians were furious. They did not just complain, they tried to remove him. They impeached him because he refused to inflate the budget for the renovation of the governor's lodge. Think about that for a second. They did not remove him for stealing. They removed him because he refused to spend too much money on his own house. He took them to court and won. He came back and continued his work. By the time he left office, he had done something that sounded like a fairy tale in Nigeria. He left over 75 billion naira in the state coffers. He saved money in local and foreign currencies for the next administration. This is the first reason they are scared. In Nigeria, the standard is for a governor to leave office with billions in debt. When one man proves you can build roads, pay teachers, and still save money, he makes every other politician look like a thief. They hate him because he destroyed their best excuse: there is no money. But saving money is only half the story. The next part is even scarier for them. It is about what happens to those who used to live off the government.
For the first time in this state, a governor is embarking on water scheme, erosion control. He's gone into schools, hospitals, and foreign investors are getting more comfortable to come into Anambra State.
In Nigerian politics, there is a word called settlement. It means giving money to influential people so they can stay quiet or support you. This is how the system has worked since 1999. If you want to pass a bill, you settle. If you want to win an election, you settle the local leaders. Peter Obi's entire political career is a direct attack on this culture. He doesn't give brown envelopes. He does not host massive parties for party leaders. He famously says, "We are not here to share money. We are here to use the money for work." Now, imagine you're a politician who has never held a real job. Your entire lifestyle, your cars, your children's school fees in London, your house, all depend on settlements from the government. If Peter Obi becomes the president, your income disappears overnight. He has shown that he can run a campaign without buying votes. He has shown that he can win the hearts of the youth without hiring thugs. This scares the elite because it proves they are unnecessary. They realize that if the people no longer needed to be paid to vote, the politicians no longer had any power. But there is a bigger fear. It is not just about the money they won't get in the future. It is about the money they already took in the past.
Nigerians are now getting fed up with government and the people who represent them in government.
One of the most common things you hear politicians say is that Peter Obi cannot be trusted. But when you ask for proof of a crime, they go silent. They cannot point to a single contract he took for himself. They cannot find a single fake certificate. They cannot find a record of him being involved in drug trafficking or money laundering. This clean record is a weapon. In Nigeria, most politicians have files on each other. They know who stole what. This is why they are all friends even when they are at different parties. It is a brotherhood of secrets. If I know your secret and you know mine, we are both safe. Peter Obi is outside of that brotherhood. Because they have no file on him, they cannot control him. They know that if he enters the Aso Rock Villa, he will look at the books, he will see where the fuel subsidy money really went, he will see who owns the shell companies that took billions for electricity projects that were never built. They are scared that he will follow the law, not because he is a wicked man, but because he is a businessman who hates waste. To Peter Obi, a stolen billion is not just a crime. It is a missed opportunity to build a university or a hospital. They are terrified that it will start an audit that will lead straight to their front doors. This is perhaps the most personal reason why ex-governors and old leaders want him nowhere near the presidency. In many states in Nigeria, there is a law requiring ex-governors to receive a massive pension. We are talking about hundreds of millions of naira every year, new cars every year, and houses in the state capital and Abuja, all paid for by taxpayers. When Peter Obi left office as governor of Anambra, he did something unheard of. He refused to take a pension. He said the state had already paid him for his work while he was in office, and it was wrong to keep taking money from a state that still had poor people. This single act made him an enemy of every other governor. Why? Because the people in other states started asking, if Peter Obi can survive without a pension, why are we paying you billions? By refusing that money, he exposed the greed of the entire political class. They are scared that if he becomes president, he might push for a national law that stops this luxury pension for ex-leaders. They are fighting him to protect their retirement plans. They want to keep sucking the country dry even after they leave office. However, the fear isn't just about money anymore. It has shifted to something more powerful: the people. For years, the Nigerian elites told us that there are only two structures. You are either with Party A or Party B. They owned both. It did not matter who won. The same group of people remained in charge. It was a closed loop. Peter Obi broke that loop. He moved to a small, almost unknown party, and within months, turned it into a national movement. He proved that structure is just a fancy word for paying people to follow you. He showed that organic support, people spending their money to print posters and organize rallies, is stronger than any political machine. The politicians are scared because they have lost control of the narrative. They can no longer tell the youth what to think. They see 15-year-olds and 20-year-olds who have never been interested in politics suddenly debating the GDP and production to consumption ratios. This awakening is their biggest nightmare. A conscious population is harder to rule than an ignorant one. They are scared because Peter Obi did not just bring a new party. He brought a new way of thinking. He taught the people to ask for receipts of performance. As we move toward the final truth, we have to look at the most dangerous thing about him. It isn't his words, it is his lifestyle. Most Nigerian politicians believe that to be big, you must be loud. You must wear the most expensive lace, fly private jets, and have a crowd following you to the toilet. This is how they show authority. Peter Obi carries his own bags. He flies economy class. He wears one type of shoe and simple clothes. To the average politician, this is an insult. They call him cheap. They say he's pretending, but they know the truth. They know that a simple lifestyle makes their own wastefulness look disgusting. If a president can fly a regular commercial flight, why does a governor need a private jet? If a president can wear a 10,000 naira watch, why does a senator need a 50 million naira Rolex? He is setting a standard that they cannot meet. They don't want to live simple. They like luxury. They like the gap between the rich and the poor. They are scared of him because he is proof that you can be powerful without being a burden on the people. He is a mirror and they hate what they see when they look at themselves next to him. In conclusion, the question is not why the politicians are scared of Peter Obi. The question is, why are we, the people, not more like him? If we want a country that works, we have to support the things that make the corrupt politicians uncomfortable. Their fear is a sign that something is finally going right. Nigeria is at a crossroads. We can stay with the system that has failed us for decades, or we can choose a path that terrifies those who have been stealing our future. The panic you see in the eyes of the elites is the most honest thing they have ever shown us. What do you think? Is their fear justified? Do you think one man can truly change a system that is so deeply broken? Or is the system too strong even for someone like Peter Obi? Leave a comment below. We want to hear your thoughts. If you found this video valuable, hit the like button and share it. The more people know the facts, the less power the secrets have. Don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into the stories they don't want you to hear. Thank you for watching. Till I see you next time. Bye for now.